Dzień dobry Państwu, jesteśmy na ABSL Summit w Krakowie. To jest studio dziennika Gazety Prawnej. Ja nazywam się Dominika Pietrzyk i zapraszam na rozmowę z panią Tatianą Ohm, która jest COO of Randstad Enterprise Talent Solutions. Zapraszamy. Good morning.
Good morning, Dominika.
We'll talk a little about the recruitment processes, modern recruitment processes, and a big trend in businesses now is AI. And I would like to ask you how AI help recruiters today and change recruitment processes.
It's a great question, and it's obviously still very new, but we see AI really impacting our business and the field of recruitment tremendously over the next few years. So first, what we will see is if you look at the entire recruitment process and deconstruct the recruitment process into the tasks and activities, there are already some tools today that can perform these tasks and activities in a much more efficient way than the recruiters themselves. And we work with those companies to see if we can test kind of the impact of our process and impact of our productivity and satisfaction of both the candidates and how we interact and engage with them, as well as our people.
Okay, so you mentioned that it makes processes more efficient. What is more efficient in recruitment process? What does it mean?
Yeah. I think there is, we probably look at the three parameters of efficiency in the recruitment process. First is, of course, the time you need to complete the task. And this is very simple. One of the most time-consuming tasks in the recruitment is to reach out to the candidates in the market and find those few who are interested in your job.
Okay.
So AI today can already take over this task. The another parameter that we're looking for is how happy the candidates are with the process. Because you probably have been a candidate at some point of time. I've been the candidate. It is very unnerving when you don't hear back from your from the company where you applied for, or you just don't hear kind of it just in time, that I think we're all a little bit used to. So AI really helps to keep engaged with the candidates throughout the entire process. And then the third is the way how the job is presented to the candidates. So in the past, the way how we post the job was very much around how recruiters saw this job. But today we can use some of the AI tools to enable us to post the job in a way that is appealing for the female candidates, maybe for the diverse candidates. So you actually look at the much broader candidate pool than where you were in the past, where you only look at the job through the lens of the recruiter.
Okay, and maybe you could tell me more about these AI tools. For example, can we imagine that some AI tool do a screening of resumes when we are talking about this diversity issues? And you're finding this skills and this different competences which are needed. It's
Yeah.
look like this or no?
Not yet.
Not
because
yet.
we while AI tools can do a lot, AI tools are still, we consider them as a biased tools. So I will absolutely not entrust AI tools to scan the candidates for their diversity. What the AI tool can do, if you have lots of applicants, they can kind of scan the applicants for the core skills. But we believe that first is still the human in the recruitment process, and it can be just augmented by AI to help them kind of maybe to go through the very large number of the applications for the role. But the tools that we use for ourselves, one of the tools that we use really widely, it's called Hired Score, and it really helps to find the candidates in the databases that we have. So, and it learns as we teach them to search for those candidates. So it's quite an impressive tool that is self-learned with the time, and it helps you to utilize the database or the people who applied for the job with you over the period of time in a much more efficient way.
Okay, and what about future? Can we imagine that such a tool as I mentioned will be available in the future, or maybe this human factor will be the most important thing in recruitment processes uh, in the future as well, not only today?
Yeah. So how we see it, that the artificial intelligence is just kind of, or generative AI as well, is just something that is helping the humans to to be their best. So if you look at kind of how the market develops today, that humans are still in the center of all of the tasks we are doing, but AI can take over some of the tasks in a much more efficient way than the humans can do. But it also means that the humans can really focus on their own potential or what they do exceptionally well, and be augmented by artificial intelligence, kind of to help with some of those tasks. One of the great examples that I can give you is the organizing the data,
Mhm.
right? And in the past, if you need to work through a big database of data or employee data, it takes you months. Now you can organize the data in the merit of days, and this is what AI can take over from the humans. But humans still needs to go and look at the data and decide what to do with the data. AI cannot take over those tasks.
Okay, and when we think about AI, there's some advantages and there's a risk as well. Uh, what risks in this recruitment processes are the most important to address from your point of view?
Yeah, I think that kind of keeping in mind that AI is biased, right? So you cannot really rely on AI to lead you through the recruitment process. It needs to be human first throughout the entire recruitment process. I think there is still some GDPR risks that we need to keep in mind. And, ultimately, AI cannot replace humans in the recruitment process. And even I know some of companies out there trying to build their AI-enabled recruitment process end to end. I think this is really kind of impacting your ability to address the entire candidate market in the time of the skills shortage and candidate scarcity. But because AI is still the tool that is very biased.
Yes, and AI is influencing the labor market, and I think that it means also that competence of future are changing. What, from your perspective, will be this skills, competence of future, which will be the most needed in the next 10 years?
Yeah. One of the things I feel that curiosity will be needed a lot, and also courage, because if I look among our own company or some of the kind of what's happening even in the generation of my children, the one who just really willing to try and experiment, they are getting the most out of how how the world is really changing, right? And using the AI tools. I also believe that the people who are differently abled will have more opportunities in the future by using AI. And so I again believe that AI will enable a broader population to participate in the economic growth and what's happening. I think what's important for everyone to know, independent of your age, in what position you are, that AI is here to stay. You need to embrace it, and you need to be in the front runner to see how to use it in your own job, in your own life, because without, we will not be able to imagine our life in the future without AI.
Okay. Last weeks, I heard some podcasts when it was a sentence that the past was about the muscles. Today is about our brain strong, and the future it will be about our hearts, and it was about the skills which will be needed. What do you think? What can you forecast about this?
Yeah, we call it in Randstad that we are entering the golden age of human intelligence and golden age of human potential, because as we see more repetitive things to be really replaced by AI or taking over more and more by AI, there is an opportunity for every of us to focus on what we're inherently good at and really unfold ourselves. However, I think that it's important to understand that we cannot stand still. Like in the past, we were paid for knowing the answer to the question. In the future, we will be paid for knowing what question to ask.
Okay. So we hope that we will know what question to ask in the future. Thank you for our conversation. Gościem dziennika Gazety Prawnej była pani Tatiana Ohm z Randstad Enterprise Talent Solutions. Dziękujemy.